So specifically, there's a couple of things that really matter right now. Again, I'll tell a little Barney Frank anecdote. 2 days ago, Mr. Frank said to a national news audience that the economy is poised for recovery. Poised for recovery. That would be nice if it were true. But I've gone around this district, I've talked to hundreds and hundreds of people, and I haven't had one say, this economy is poised for recovery. The value of my house is shooting up. My neighbor's going to get a job. I have not heard that. That's true. And that's part of the problem, too. It's this disconnect between people in Washington and people in Taunton and Fall River and New Bedford, all the other towns around here. The disconnect between the people in Washington and the people in the States. The disconnect between people who have spent 30 years in office and people who have created jobs and worked in jobs and done all the things that it takes to grow an economy to push this nation forward. We need to remain a country of opportunity.
Yes. Yeah.
A country where each generation can do a little bit better than the last.
Yeah.
A country of individual opportunity, personal freedom, responsibility, accountability. These are all the values that we hold dear, and we have to elect officials who believe in those too.
Yeah.
And that's what the concept of citizen legislators is all about. People who work in their communities, work in business, serve in the military, whatever the case may be. Then they go down to DC, they represent us, they serve the public, and then they come back. That coming back is an important aspect of it. It's going down for a couple terms, coming back to your community, coming back to the business world, returning to staying grounded, getting your feet back on the ground. That's how you serve this country. Yeah. That's what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
So if we talk for a minute about the major problems facing us today, it's got to start with the economy. It's got to start with jobs.
Yes.
And so far, the solution that we haven't seen much success with over the past few years has been the government taking some money, printing some money, and saying, well, here's a powerful senator. We're going to build a bridge in his state. Here's a powerful representative. We'll pave some road over here. That's not the right answer. The right answer is giving people back their money.
Yeah.
It's allowing individuals to allocate capital, to say, you know what, I need a TV, or I need to pay down a credit card, or I need to save for my kids' college tuition. But they're going to make the right decisions for them, and that's going to push the economy forward.
Yeah.
And part two of that is we have to set still the regulatory environment. I have talked to so many people across this district, small businessmen, restaurant owners, different types of business who say, you know what, I could probably hire 1 or 2 more people right now, but I don't know what's coming next. I don't know how much it's going to cost me. I don't know how healthcare is going to affect me. Right now in the new healthcare legislation, anybody who spends, what's going on over there? Oh, okay, just like the country. So I'm going to provide this example because I think it's particularly egregious. Any business that pays a vendor more than $600 now has to file an IRS form 1099. $600. You go to Staples, you buy a bunch of paper, IRS form. You get a caterer, IRS form. Is that right?
No.
Is that what's going to push this economy forward?
No.
I'll tell you who is going to benefit. Tax accountants. Yeah. Now, if there are any in this crowd, we can talk afterwards. Maybe I can keep your vote. She's an auditor, not an accountant. So it's these sorts of policies we have to move away from if we're going to get serious about growing this economy. Yeah. But second, as soon as we get the economy going again, we really have to focus on spending. Yeah. Spending, spending, spending. The first place we start is discretionary spending. We have to trim it. We have to hold it steady. We have to cut it. We have to draw down the size of our government through spending reductions.
Yeah.